2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, we want to say we are so sorry for not hanging out with you live today. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we had to do a recording, but we promise you we'll go live the next time we meet. But again, of course, today I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Miss Molly, Miss Henrietta, and myself, Miss Olivia, and you are watching The Molly
The
Show.
Molly Show.
Molly Show, the Molly Show. Thank you, Miss Olivia, and happy Mother's Day to my co-host, Miss Henrietta, Miss
Happy
Olivia.
Mother's Day, girls.
Happy Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all the women out there. Today is all about us women.
Yes, like you said, Miss Olivia and Miss Molly, happy Mother's Day. Yes, it's Mother's Day out there. We appreciate all the mothers. And today we are going to talk about working mothers, single home mothers, and step and adopted mothers. Raising kids, which is not yours. So today that's what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
So
All
I'm
right.
gonna go on with Miss Olivia. Sorry about that. If you can tell our viewers about working mothers.
Okay, yeah, before we start, let's listen to this. I had something that I wanted us to listen to.
Oh, surprise.
This is a classic. I hear it during weddings, during birthdays, everybody's appreciating their mom for what they did to them. So I just thought I'd give a sniff of this song. Do you know this song?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That's a classic from Prince Nico Barga. All right. Let's go ahead. Ms. Henrietta, thank you so much for that. I'll go ahead and talk about working mothers, just like you said. Okay. To me, let's start by saying, okay, what's a working mother? I think a working mother is a mom that has like a full-time job. It doesn't have to
Right.
be a job in the office. It doesn't have to be, being an astronaut or something else, but you can be a business mom that needs to get out all the time from her kids. So that's a working mom. It's usually challenging because there are a lot of things that a working mom has to deal with. There's a constant struggle with guilt, right? Every time a mom, especially if you have younger kids or younger babies, anytime a mom wants to leave the child for work, there's that mom guilt that you have, like, oh, I'm leaving my baby. Maybe my baby is just 3 months, or we are all here. You know how it works. When you give birth, you have just, a short time and then you have to go back to work. So you feel heartbroken. You are dropping off your child at daycare. Those hugs, at time your child is crying and you're like, but you have to go to work. So there's usually
Mhm.
that mom guilt about it. But what I'm saying today is you are doing this because it's not like as if we have options, right? If you didn't want to work, maybe you stay at home. But how do we cope? We're in a society where I think we're the only planet on at that pays to live on this earth. So we
Mm-hmm.
pay,
Yeah.
yeah, we pay to live on earth, be it
Yeah.
in America, in Cameroon, Japan, US, wherever. So we need to work to support your partner, to support your kids
Mm-hmm.
out
Mm-hmm.
there that are, expensive. There are also things that are cheap, but all of them cost money. So
Right.
what I'll tell any working mom out there is like when you're leaving your child, give that child a hug, tell them that, hey, mommy has to do this. So you get something nice, I need to buy you the shoe that you wanted, stuff like that, just to make your child to understand that you are not just to clear that guilt from your chest. Like you are not just leaving your baby uh, at a daycare or with a nanny because you're going to work. You're doing it because you have to. So it's not easy putting away that guilt, but that's my advice to all the working moms out there. And then another one is priorities are always challenged, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a good example. You can be at work and on a Tuesday and your kid has a game at school.
Mhm.
there again, those priorities are like you really need, you want to be there for your kid, but you can't. And you have, maybe you have taken off work for, other things, and at that moment you can't take it out. So try to work it out. Try to have that program with your kids, teachers, the school as a whole. Get it lined up, put your priorities like, okay, if they're going to have a show on this day and on this other day, you can take it back to work. Especially here, most of the companies in the US, they take stuff like that very seriously. I don't know about our viewers. They'll be like, okay, I have to go to my kids' game. I really can't be here. Be there at the beginning. Let your kids see you, give you a wave, and then you dash out and go back to work. It makes
Yeah.
them, they feel happy that they saw you there. If it's impossible, send them a note in their backpack. When they take it out, they'll be like, trust me, I'm here with you. I can't wait to pick you up when it's done. We're going to have dinner. We're going to go to this place that you always wanted to be, but mommy had to work. It is so challenging because you want to be there for your kids, but you still go to work to make the family work. We need to support each other. Growing up, most of our mothers were housewives. I've been a housewife, so I know what it means. I used to attend my first son's everything, everything happening in school. I used to be there because I was not working. But now it's challenging, because at times when he says they're having something in school, I start thinking of the way to make him feel better that I'm not going to be there. So as a
Right.
mom, you have to use all your mom powers that you have, try to make your kid understand that you have to be at work, and it's not because you don't love them, but you need to make this money or to pursue this career for a betterment for your kids.
Right.
And then there's also the never-ending effort of multitask. I don't know about you, but this story was very funny. There was a day I was in a meeting. It was about 2:30, and I know, okay, my kids will get to be here by 3:15. And then I put water on the fire. I'm boiling spaghetti, and I'm trying to attend this meeting. And then I noticed someone's jacket was hanging there since they left in the morning. I picked up that jacket. I went to their room, and I noticed all the laundry was on the floor. I picked up that laundry. I was putting laundry. Now the water is boiling over the stove. I ran back to the kitchen. I was like, okay, stop. You don't have to be a super mom. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
Take your time, cook that meal for your kids. When they get back, say, hey, pick up your laundry. You
Right.
don't have to do it all. You need time. You at the end of the day, you can be so overwhelming because you think you have to multitask, you have to cook while attending to meeting, while doing laundry, while mopping the floor. No. Get your kids into these activities, make it fun. Tell them, okay, you are washing the plates today. Okay, I want to see that recipe that you told me about crepes, about pasta. Let's do it. So at the end of the day, you're working with them and they're also doing the same chores at home. So again, you don't have to be a super mom. You can be a super mom, of course, because you are there for your kids, you're ready to sacrifice. But at the end of the day, multitasking takes a lot. I don't know what it kind of drains. I don't know about you,
It
drains
does.
me.
It does.
Yeah,
Gosh.
you're thinking, you are like, what am I going? I need to do this all before 3:30.
Yes.
And it takes a lot of energy. But again, I'm saying it to all my moms out there. You don't have to be a super mom. It's enough. I'll just jump to the next one. It's enough to give you like note to self, like you know that you are doing your best. There's a lot of critics out there. They'll be like, ha, maybe Miss Olivia need to stay for house again. She's at work and stuff like that. It's okay. You and your partner and your kids know what you're doing. That's enough. They
That's
know
it.
mommy went to work because she needs to work.
Mm-hmm.
People outside will always have something to say, right?
Oh,
Maybe, okay, yeah, she got a nanny when her kid was only 3 months old. Can you imagine? How about, do you know if she was pursuing maybe a PhD career for the past 3 years, she has not succeeded? And she's like, this is the time I have to do it. So I'll get that nanny. I don't care what it takes. I'll get that nanny to be at home with my kids while I go to work and while I pursue this career because I need it. This is what I've always wanted to do.
yeah.
Take short breaks for yourself. Don't be too guilty to take a vacation and go with your partner and leave the kids behind. Go
I
to
know.
that vacation.
I know.
When you come back, get them souvenirs from a gift shop. Tell them that I had a lovely time with daddy. I had a lovely time with uncle, because not all women are married to their kids' dad, right? talking
Right,
about
right.
single mothers, we're talking about kids that were adopted. Like I had a great time with Uncle this. We did this, we did that. I felt so relaxed about it. Don't feel guilty. We need it. Everyone needs a break. Don't think that the society will stop talking about it. I don't care if you're in your house. If you're a housewife,
Oh,
they'll say you're
never.
a
They'll never
housewife.
stop.
Yeah, if they say if you're working, they'll say you work a lot. So don't feel guilty about it. And you don't have to be perfect all the time. There's a
We
beauty
don't
of
have to.
imperfections. For example, us ladies, you can be getting the kids ready for a party. Your husband will just take the blazer and put it on. You have
Oh,
to
yeah.
make sure you have babies. There's pampers in the back. You have diaper wipes. There's water, jacket if it gets cold, snack for the kids who are picky, juice. And now you go start doing your hair. You start doing
Oh,
your eyeshadow. You want to do extra. It's okay to be imperfect. Get to that party. I can remember a party like years ago. I got there, Miss Henrietta was like, Olivia, I should get earrings from my bag. You forgot the earrings. Yes. They offered that I think we're in Austin or something like that. She offered earrings. I'm like, because it's a lot. You have been
It's
doing
overwhelming.
everything,
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
and it's okay. I'm happy with mothers that understand that you can show up at a party looking horrible, you know, because they know that it takes a lot to get the kids organized and yourself before coming to a party. So don't feel guilty of being imperfect. You don't have to be perfect all the time. Don't insist on doing everything on yourself simply because you think you're a mother. No, your partner will also help. You know, your partner also, and if you don't have a partner, wait for your kids to grow up. Your kids they are your highest asset. They'll be like, Mommy, okay, what we're going to do is that you're going to mop the floor today. I'm going to show you how. That's your pride. At the end of the day, you are boasting that, you know what, my kids can do everything. So don't feel guilty. The time will come where there'll be a time to relax when those kids are grown. But for now, you have to do what you have to do, pursue that career, go to that school that you have always wanted to do, get that nanny, trust me, take them to daycare. They will come with a runny nose and it's going to be fine.
yeah.
It's going to be fine. They're going to be okay. So, but again, this is a few that I had to talk about for working moms out there. I'm just trying to tell you that kudos, don't feel too guilty, and trust me, talk to your kids. No matter how small they are, they'll understand. Tell them that mommy had to do this. That bear with mommy. Mommy had to do this. That was all I had to talk about working moms for now.
Wow, Miss Olivia, that's amazing. I would also want to add something like when you were talking about overwhelming, being a mom, a working mom is overwhelming, especially where, like for those who don't work from home, you have to be in the office at 8 a.m. You have to get up at 5 a.m., get the kids ready, get everybody ready, drop them off at school, and then deal with the traffic in the morning, and you go to work, and then you are behind on your project, and your boss is giving you that look like the deadline is coming. How are you doing? You cannot even say it's overwhelming. Like you said, we should not feel guilty. I really like that. At times I feel guilty when I want to go. I'm like, what about the kids? What about the kids? And then I even go out most of the time. I don't have phone because I'm always on the camera, checking on them, checking on them. So yeah, thank you for that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Olivia. Thank you, Ms. Molly, about that. That is just what I wanted to chip into. You're talking of working moms, and Olivia, I like the issue of you don't have to kill yourself to like show the world that you're doing great. It's about you and your kids and your spouse. Like you said, I'm a working mom, but I work out of home. I work the night shift. I'm a nurse.
Something
I work
else.
the graveyard, as we call it. So I have to leave the house every day at 6. So imagine me out there, and then who has to tuck the babies in? Who has to tell them a good night or bedtime? So I always like to hug my kids, like Miss Olivia said, kiss them, give them a hug. I tell you, sometimes you leave the house, you're mad. But I tell you, my son George, you rush to me and say, Mama, bye, bye, kiss, kiss. After I do that, I feel so in the car, I feel guilty. I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I do it? Imagine something happens to me. I'm driving to work, I have an accident, I die. So please, like Miss Olivia said, as we're saying, all our viewers, give a hug. If you're angry, wave that anger and give a hug. You also mentioned of something like we take care of our kids. We also take care of our husbands. Miss Olivia, forget about that, girl. Yes. You imagine me going
They are
out
the biggest
like
kids. Trust me. Anyone that has a husband, that's your first son. Your first son.
we're going for a party. He wants me to take out his clothes, take out his shirt, take out everything, and I have the kids to take care of. So like you said, we are super moms, and
Yeah.
we should be proud of that. No matter if you don't have a husband, you have a child.
That's
You
what
are
I
super
said. If you
mom,
don't have a
please.
partner, you have a child, a single mom, that's your
You are
pride right
super
there.
mom.
That's the priority.
Thank
Right.
you so much, Miss Olivia. That was amazing. I appreciate that. And your shoes is not my shoes. You mentioned something.
Mhm.
Something can be heard in, like they said in Pidgin. They say, you no play your shoe, they hold you.
Are you
You
one?
know,
Are you no
Are
one?
you
that
Not
one
you
of
there,
players
like
who
one,
your.
will
no play that shoe. No man don't know. I wear size 11. I don't know which size I wear.
at the
So
website
my
says
shoe, they put
I cannot
na
fit in
my
your shoes,
kid.
Polly.
You can't fit it. So please take it everybody's case is different. We
yeah.
appreciate Olivia, Miss Olivia. Thank you. I'll just go to Miss Molly for our next topic, if you don't mind sharing with the viewers.
Yeah, so I'll be talking about single moms. And the
Mm.
reason I like this topic so much is because I'm a daughter of a single mom. My mom raised we have three girls and a boy, and then I had two foster sisters. So we were six of us. My mom raised us. To all the single moms out there, I want to say Happy Mother's Day. Um, to me, single mothers are special. Single mothers are superhero. Um, I feel like single mothers are two in one. You are a mother, you are a father, you are doing it all by yourself. I can just imagine like when I was younger, my mom always complained. I didn't know why, but when I got married and I had kids, like when the kid is sick, you are there by yourself. The sleepless night, you do it by yourself. It's a lot of work. There's no dad to go complain that, oh, this child is sick. I wish you could like help me take care of this child tonight so that I can have just 2 hours rest. You do it by yourself. And that's a lot to me. And to me, um single moms, they are always, I would say they are rocks. They are the rock. They have been always been the rock. Like to me, my mom is a rock in the sense that we were growing, we depend on her for everything.
Everything.
So if you're a single mom out there, maybe you have one kid, maybe you have two kids, three kids, 4 or 6 like my mom, or even more. You are a rock. You will always be a rock to the kids, to society, whether they like it or not,
Or not.
to the community, because they see it. Even though some of them, they don't praise you, they don't say good things about you, they see what you're doing. And some of us that we are married, we cannot even do what you're doing. We have a spouse to lean on.
Mhm.
We have a spouse to talk to. We have a spouse to depend on. We have a father of the house that most of the time you're like, he's the dad, let him take care of this. But the single mom, the housing is for you. You take care of the housing. You take care of the school fees. You take care of the feeding. You take care of the clothing. Because most of the time, the dads don't even give child support, especially in Cameroon. I don't even think
Oh, no.
the guys in Cameroon, they know anything
Okay.
about child support. You
Mm.
have a child with this guy, he doesn't even care. Even for Christmas, nothing. I don't even want to go to birthdays because we don't even know what birthdays are in Cameroon. So to our single mom out there, we see you. We see the hard work you're working. To our single moms out there, we want to say we see you, right? We see you. We see the sacrifices you are making. You give, like, I would say from my experience, what I saw my mom gave to us, she gave us 110% every day. Even
Amen.
when she was tired, she will be there. Even when she was cranky, she will be there. Even when at times we do stupid stuff, she will just look at us and she's just there by herself every day. I want to say I am so proud of the single mom for not giving up, even when it was so tough. I know there are times you feel like, I just want to give up. I just want to give up. This is too much. I want to say just because you're a single mom doesn't mean you cannot be a success.
No.
At times you feel like you are a failure. I remember when I was younger, my mom would cry in the room and say, oh, I don't fail una. I don't fail una. I don't fail una. No, being a single mom doesn't mean that you cannot be successful. No, it doesn't mean that. At times you feel like you are a failure. You feel like you want to give up. You even blame yourself, you know? Because I remember most of the time, like when things are hard, my mom would say, oh, it's her fault. It's her fault. But I want to tell all the single mom that stop blaming yourself. It's not your fault. you had a baby with somebody and the person left and is not taking care of his responsibility as a man, and you stood up as being a man, being a mom, that's something that a lot of people cannot do.
Yes.
Don't feel bad about it. You are not a failure, and don't give up. Keep doing whatever it is you are doing to take care of those kids. We see you. We appreciate you. And I respect moms, like single moms who have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, because men are failing to do their parts as dads. And you have to work here, you work there, you work there. You don't even have time, like Miss Olivia was saying, like to even attend your kids' sports game or attend. You have to even take double. You even miss your kid's birthday. You forgot completely about it because to you, it's all about paying the bills. Make sure that the finances are good. You have a job here, you have another job there, you have another job there. You even have a nickname in the community. Mommy walk. You are always there. You are always there. You are not even dressing up because you only think about your kids. Don't feel bad about it. We respect women like that. We respect, from us, the Molly Show, to you, all the single moms that have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, you are doing part-time here, you hear that there's something there, you are going, anytime there's an opening at work, you sign up for it. We respect you for doing that.
Thank you.
Because you are living your life for your kids. That's something that a lot of people, they cannot do. A lot of women, they cannot do. Some women, they'll even abandon their kids, but you are there. Forget about all the criticism that is coming from your family, your friends, your community. They laugh at you that this one is work. Forget about it. To be a single mom is not a failure, but a journey for the strong. That's how I see it. It's a journey for the strong. It's not a failure. Don't think. Most of us, if they leave us by ourselves, I don't think we will make it. I don't think we'll do it as good as you guys are doing it, because we are used to doing things at the comfort of our husbands. We are used to doing things leaning on our husband, that no matter what, he's going to be there. If I don't do it, he's going to do it. But you are there by yourself. You are not a failure. You are a strong woman. And we say again, happy Mother's Day to you all.
That's Molly. I listened to something that you said about single moms getting, multiple jobs. It's you know what I mean by adding. Some of us want to come back home. I can call my husband and like, please take out the chicken from the freezer, put it in a pot, just start boiling it. So when I get there, I make the sauce for the kids to eat. But with a single mom, it's when you get there that you start doing that preparation. It's when you get there that you start everything. Your kids are waiting for you alone. So I think it's overwhelming. I don't know how. Trust me, I've had support since from birth. So I don't know how they do it, doing it all alone. There are kids that have programs in school, like it's a Father's Day special, show up with your dad. Those kids are going to go there alone. I see it now on social media. Most moms, when they say it's a Father's Day, they show up with their kid. They're like, okay, I'm here to give that support, so their kid doesn't feel left out. So, like you said, kudos to all our single moms out there.
Shout out to them. Like Miss Molly said, we see you. In the Molly Show, we see you and we respect you. Thank you so much, Miss Molly, for that. And if you don't mind me, I'm gonna chip in some 1 or 2 things. You mentioned your mom being a single mom, and she also fostered kids. I tell you, you talked about that. I had to write it and use a marker to highlight that, because that is huge. How can you be a single mom, you have kids, and you still foster other kids? It tells me how good your mom is. It tells me the heart she has, the love she has for kids, not only for hers, but for other kids that are, like Miss Olivia said, other kids that moms abandon. Like, I can have a child and abandon that child, put in a foster home, and your mom, somebody like your mom comes, adopts those kids with the hard kids. So kudos to your mom, Miss Molly. Never you stop loving that mama. She is a mom. So I want to thank all the single moms out there. I have them in my family. I have friends that are single mom. I see what they do. I can't do it. You know why? Because I think I got a man. That is out there, like we say. But I respect them. I applaud them. The Molly Show applauds you all, ladies. So thank you all so much, Miss Molly, for that. And that is going to bring me to the next topic, which is what? stepmoms, foster kids.
Right.
So Miss Olivia and Miss Molly, this is driven to this topic which I'm going to bring up, which is about stepmoms. All of you, our viewers, know we have Miss Molly here. Like I said, the mom adopted other kids in a foster home, which a stepmom, like I say, is somebody who comes into a relationship that the spouse already has kids. Like we talked about us women. We said we have kids and men abandon us and they leave. We also have some women that they're married, have kids, or not even married, and they abandon their kids with the spouse or with the parent of the child.
Yep. Yep.
So now he gets married to another woman, and that woman then becomes stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a two-way stream, like we can say, like I can say. So I know most viewers out there, you might not encounter this, but other people do encounter. I know you have some moms that step into a home with a kid, a man that already has kids. Either they're grown up, because yeah, they can be an adult, and sometimes you try to be a mom to them, but they don't want it. Because I tell you, teenagers are so different, especially when it comes to their moms, because they
Mm-hmm.
feel like their mom is not there. You're not your mom. So I give a shout out to all those ladies, those stepmoms that step in to help those parents with those kids. So, and we can before that, I'm gonna move next to what we call an adopted mom. Like Miss Molly said, her mom fostered so many kids. So adopted mom is simply a mom. There are so many reasons why people don't have kids. I'm not a medical doctor, like I said. I'm just gonna give my own view of it. Your view can be different, viewers. Miss
Yeah.
Molly or Miss Olivia, I know your views can be different, but I got some points here. A foster parent, he can die and abandon the kids. You know, somebody he can like a woman can die and abandon the kids or the man. And then we also have medically, some women can have babies. They can't give birth.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? They go to foster homes. Foster home is where you have kids that are either abandoned or they're there for certain reasons. And also, we also have people adopt kids. I know we've passed our youthful age, but I can relate to a lot of youths that did abortion that at the point of having kids or getting married, they don't have kids. Yes, either their womb is messed up or is taken out. So most of them at that point go to have to adopt kids in a foster
Right.
home or even their relatives. And we also have some people don't want to have kids personally. They're like, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? I don't want to have kids. I'm good. Some of them like they don't want their breasts to sack. No want me their body fall. They don't want me their shape, meaning they like donuts. You
Can be
know, they
fine.
don't want to keep that slave body. So they don't just want them picking. I can
Yeah.
say to our
True.
viewers back there in Africa, they don't want them picking. They don't want to keep the slave body. Some
Mm-hmm.
people do that. And where do they go? They go to foster homes and they
Yeah.
foster kids.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many reasons that can drive people to that. I don't know what your reason is, but this is what I can bring to the floor right now. Your reasons can be different. If you know there's so many reasons, you can type in our box right there. We're gonna read it out. Yeah, put it in
Mm-hmm.
there. Have so many reasons. And also, we have kids due to adoption. And I tell you sometimes those kids because I have I have a 13-year-old, 12 and a 5. How many years do you think I have for those 13-year-old to leave the house? Very soon he's gonna leave the house.
Yep.
The girl is gonna follow. George is gonna follow. My house is gonna be an empty nest. If somebody loves kids, I tell you they don't like an empty nest. What do?
Oh,
They
yes.
do? They go to
Yeah.
foster homes. They take in kids so that the foster home is full of so many kids. So I think that being a foster mom is a great thing.
Right.
So I know all of us, our kids are gonna leave the house, but if you feel like having kids, oh, you can go out there like Miss Molly's mom, help out in the foster home, help those kids out. Some of them are teenagers, some of them, their parents died, some of them are criminals, or some of them have done something that their parents some just abandoned them. Some they're just abandoned out there. So
Right.
if we can step up to help kids out there to foster kids, I think that would be amazing. Like we all said, I know all of us got kids, but if we think we have the heart to like foster, I think there's so many organizations here in America, there's so many back home in Cameroon. You can ask, you can do your research and help out. So I didn't have much about this topic, and I just want to ask my ladies, what do you all think about it?
Oh no, that was a lot. That was a lot that you spoke
That's a
about.
lot.
But I will just say one thing about being an adoptive or a stepmom. I'll say, if you are doing that, you have a great heart. You have
Yes, you do.
your because raising another somebody else's kid, you have to have enough love to share.
A
Trust
thick
me,
skin.
to take
Mhm.
someone else's kid and treat them like your own. I saw that growing up. I never grew up alone in a house. Just like Miss Henrietta said, at one point the kids are growing, and you keep bringing kids in because you want the house to be full. I had a lot of brothers and sisters like that, and I'm glad we still communicate to today, even though they were not my biological brothers and sisters. So it takes a
Mhm.
great one. It takes a great heart to get
Yeah.
a kid that is not yours and raise them with your children.
Right. And I also want to add, like Miss Henrietta was talking about going to a foster home. Like I know from Cameroon, we don't do that.
A
Like my
lot.
mom, one of my foster sister was my mom's cousin's daughter. She
Yes.
Yeah.
died, and then she
Mm.
was living. Before the mom died, the mom was living with my mom back in the day. So when she died, it was my mom's daughter. And then my mom had one of her sisters. You know, say for Cameroon, they say, "Sing the back for una, but you see another person say no, I better."
No, you better. They come.
Yeah, so my mom had to go take one of her daughters and brought her. So if you don't have to go through adoptions. You could get one person from your relative in the village or anybody, and you'll see a mom.
And help.
So yeah.
Wow. Well, that was amazing. And I think this concludes for us today, right? And to
Mm-hmm.
our viewers out there, like we said in the beginning, trust me, we really love hanging out live with you. But today we're doing this recording because of unforeseen circumstances. But of course, we'll
Right.
continue with our juicy topics, and it's going to be live because we cannot wait to see your reactions. And
Mm-hmm.
please do suggestions. We see people, mostly do just comments, do suggestions. We've been asking for that of what you want to hear next. We've got calls,
Right.
messages and feedbacks. We love feedbacks, trust me. And we know it's not going to be always the best feedback. It has negative feedbacks too. And like, okay, we didn't like this, we didn't like that. We love to hear that because that's the only way we can
Help us
improve.
grow.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
only way we can do more and make you enjoy our show more. So please do not hesitate, to give those comments. You might think it's going to be
Yeah.
rude or something. Let us know. We're going to listen to it and we're going to try to make it change. Please always drop the comments. We're here for you. And again, before we end, I want to say Happy Mother's Day. We've talked
Happy
about
Mother's
working moms,
Day.
Yay.
those
Happy
working
Mother's
moms,
Day.
to the single moms, to adoptive moms, to the mothers who went before their time, to those grandmothers out there, because you have raised
Mm-hmm.
even your kids and other kids to the mothers that we wish we
Mhm.
had them here to hug them and tell them
Yes.
Mother's Day. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to you all, and we will see you next time. And as usual, it's all of us from Molly Show. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.